Prices are down and only dropping. Property is plummeting in Sydney, bringing particular pain for owners of recent purchases. Some homes have had hundreds of thousands of dollars wiped off their value in just months.
A weak auction market over the weekend reinforces the message Sydney housing is moving from boom to bust.
Hang on to your hats. I think this has got a bit of a way to run yet.
And that means people who bought properties at peak prices in the past 18 months are especially vulnerable.
There are now clear examples of losses recorded in the 6 to 15% range.
Examples of owners who have lost money buying and selling include former owners of this property in Glenmore Park. They bought in April last year for $670,000 and sold in June this year for a $35,000 loss, but they were forced to sell.
Unfortunately, with the divorce, she had no choice and she had to sell the property.
Other examples include Marnie Road, Constitution Hill, a loss of $30,000. Two properties at Oran Park with losses of $7,500 and $5,000 each, and in Spring Farm with a loss of $2,000. The classic example of this is perhaps this property in Hampton Street in Balmain. In February this year, it sold for $2.18 million. It sold again recently for $2.05 million, a loss of $130,000. The lesson in this property market is if you do buy, you must hang on, possibly for an extended period of time. And it will take longer for typical sellers to find a buyer. In boom times, it was just 30 days.
It's taking on average between 120 to 140 days to sell a property.
We're finding that the motivated sellers are definitely having to adjust if they want to move, but there are still some that are very much fixated on last year's prices.
It's really a market that's, hunkering down for the remainder of the year.
To survive, the real message might be make your mortgage payments on time, keep your job and stay married. Ross Greenwood, 9 News.